Here we have parents 1, 2, and 3 who are all visiting the doctor because their child is sick with a bacterial infection. The doctor prescribes each child antibiotics to treat the infection. Each scenario will be different, and the consequences of each situation will be explained. Normally, after taking the first day of antibiotics, your child should improve drastically within 24 to 48 hours if it was indeed a bacterial infection. In this scenario, after taking a full day of antibiotics, the child improves very quickly, so the parent stops giving the child antibiotics. This happens quite often, but just because they feel better doesn't mean all the bacteria are gone. Not finishing a course of antibiotics can increase the risk of antibiotic resistance. No matter how good they look, the prescription should be completed in full to ensure that all the bacteria is treated. In this scenario, the parent gives the first few days of antibiotics to the child, but the child does not improve after 48 hours. If bacteria become resistant to an antibiotic, that antibiotic will not work, an alternative treatment or a different antibiotic will need to be prescribed. Resistance does not arise from taking medication or from treatment, but by random mutations in the DNA of the bacteria. If a prescription is not complete or is changed halfway through, bacteria with this random mutation will be selected for, survive, and can spread. Instead of going back to the same doctor, the parent too goes to another doctor to ask for a new prescription because they think the other doctor didn't prescribe the correct one. They just tell the symptoms of the child and nothing else. This can be dangerous because other doctors don't know your child as well as your primary physician, and mishandling a situation like this can cause further complications for your child's future health, especially since they will eventually get sick and will need antibiotics again. This scenario will explain the correct steps of what to do if your child does not improve after 24 to 48 hours. We will take the lessons learned from parents 1 and 2 and put them into practice. After 24 to 48 hours with no improvement, your child may have a bacteria that does not respond to this medication or is antibiotic resistant. Remain calm and contact your primary physician on how to proceed. They will most likely have you come back. When visiting with your primary physician, explain that you are following the prescription and your child was still not getting better. They will give you clear instructions on what to do and will prescribe a more appropriate antibiotic in which you should follow through with the whole dose. There are several factors that can reduce the risk of your child obtaining an antibiotic-resistant bacteria that we listed from parents 1 and 2. By following through with the whole prescription, going back to the primary physician, being aware of the 24 to 48 hour time frame, and doing your best not to panic if they are still sick. Following the correct steps is very important in your child's current and future health.